So let's get straight into it. We've got a 2.9k Brew player, I believe, from what I noted down. So let's hop right into it, and we can start running through the laning stage. All right. So, very first thing we're going to do is we're going to consider the lane playstyle, which is something you should do every single game. So this game, I'm assuming this is a position. Well, I actually don't know who. Why does this guy have null talisman and warlock? Okay, this game's gonna be weird. All right, as soon as I can figure out what lanes people are playing, I will. I will talk about more about considering lane playstyle. Move out of the. Okay, so look. So we have a position 4 warlock. Pretty useless. Doesn't really provide us with kill threat, but it means that we're going to be super topped up in lane. So our objective is to be farm as opposed to playing for any aggressive kill potential. That's our lane presence. Let's look at the enemy lineup. It's gonna be PA Ogre. Not really. So yeah, we're not really gonna kill this hero ever, even if he's super out of position. We just won't have the damage. So we can look at a more farming oriented build this game. Now let's see what our farm needs to be committed for. What is our role in the game? We have Storm, we've got PL, and we've got Pandas, our Tricore, against PA, Centaur, and Void Spirit. So both probably best to look at the carry matchup first. So it looks like PA, at least in high level games, seems to have the advantage against PL in games. So it looks like the enemy team would be more content to sit back and farm this game. So you may be looking to set the pressure as opposed to sitting back and just free farming. It's fine. You've got a Storm, and as soon as he's online, you can play with him. He's kind of your only go-in hero, though. So maybe we could be looking at, like, maybe considering a Blink Dagger this game. If the bot goes super well, we consider Reminders into Aghanims and just overwhelm them with Raw Teamfight. There's a lot of cool stuff we can do. And that's about it. We've done our basic checklist now. We've got Thunderclap level 1, securing the range creep, playing passive, that is fine.
Let the battle begin! Whew. Okay, Nepo, play your cards right. Lay down a easy street.
Right. First problem I see in this lane, remember, you're getting baited into trying to trade with this Ogre. Ignore the Ogre. You're never gonna have kill threat. If your Warlock is giving you a 1v1 PA against PA in a lane that you can't trade, you're happy to take that trade. This is entirely what your lineup's designed to do. Because now you're losing CS. You just lost. I mean, I don't think you should have got that creep. But somehow you got that creep. And also PA hasn't controlled this wave. But I guarantee you get punished for making this play here, and the second wave just resets outside tower. And then you probably won't die, but you'll just use more regen than you have to.
First blood, the void cascade commences. Stopped.
Oh, you got the wave pushing into you. You're super happy. This situation is like absolutely perfect. Again, this type of trade is not going to lead to anything. Like, don't bother. You'd rather use your Thunderclap to commit for ranged CS and maybe some harass onto either Ogre or PA at the same time, right? You're not like, this is a 90 mana spell. I understand you have Magic Stick. It's again, it's just those small points of efficiency. It can put you in a position where maybe you don't want to be later on, and maybe you do miss out on a kill for whatever reason. Nice, good to know. PA is free farming, but like I guess you are too, pretty much. Not as much, but actually, but I think Bracer first item is probably okay, considering you have a Warlock on your team. I think maybe it could be argued that like a Brace is probably fine, but you still have a lot of gold. So I think for your next item, I don't think I'd go boots. I think I'd play more for this type of heavy lane presence. I think this particular game, I would consider going Orb of Corrosion, just because it would make you tankier. It synergizes really well with your Bracer and your Warlock, because obviously the more maximum HP you have, the more Shadow Word could potentially keep you topped up on, making you even harder to kill. So you'd be sitting about, like, I don't know, 1,000 something HP, like level 4 with Corrosion. Means that once catapult waves come in, you've got heavy sustain, you could like fatal bonds the wave, and then nuke it out, and then just beat the tower with like a corrosion, because there's no way you apply kill pressure in this lane, but you can apply tower pressure and wave pressure if you're tanky enough, and corrosion just is really nice at helping you do that. I think Medallion this game, Medallion on Brew, it's kind of weird. I think if you had more kill threat, I would probably be happier with Medallion because it's so busted. But like, or like maybe a right clicker like pulse 4, like a Snapfire. But then the snap, like if you have a right clicker pulse 4, they probably want to go Medallion. So I don't know. Oh, unlucky. Got some just a bit too early there. That's fine. Shit happens. Unfortunately, your Warlock is going to be completely useless this lane, but like, the best way to use this Warlock is just to have him press W, and he's doing his job. This build is creep, but he's doing his job. I think a Basilius on this Warlock would have been just super free, but alas. Alright, you need to just respect the fact that they have... I wouldn't trade here. Like it's... You're in such a good position. I don't think there's any reason to for you to force a trade while you're below half health, unless you see this like PA overcommitting egregiously far. Again, right? This is what Ogre wants you to do. I don't think this like. Let's see how much CS you miss for this. One CS, 2 CS, 3 CS. Wait, hold on. Am I looking at the wrong creep? I need to be looking at green creeps. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. 1 CS, 2 CS. Yeah, okay. I was looking the wrong side for a second there. Like, you lose like a creep wave, almost an entire creep wave, to tickle a hero that doesn't give a damn about anything that you do. So let's just think about how much gold you lost. Say, I don't know what the average of melee creeps are. Let's just say it's like 32 or something at this point. So you may have just lost 96 gold, right? That could be boots, pretty much for you right now. Or that could be a chainmail very soon. Or it could be corrosion, like I suggested. You have this Blightstone. It could literally just be a corrosion. Let's see, how much is corrosion nowadays? This is 300, right? 300, 275, 250. It would be like corrosion, like 100 gold. So, and it would like sync up super well with the catapult timing. Yeah, it's just trades. Right. It's like why do you make a trade? You're making a trade because this pressure will like lead to something else. Right? It's like preemptive pressure, like set up for a kill late, like a few minutes down the road, or it's to go for a kill, or it's to get someone low enough that they can't contest you. I think realistically, PA and Ogre can't contest you anyways, just because you have the Warlock in your lane. They're never going to put you under threat. They're never going to put you in a position where you've got to play away from the wave. Provided you have like a Tango on you and Warlock has mana, you can do whatever the hell you want in this lane. So just hit creeps. In this lane, if you don't have aggressive potential, just hit creeps. It's like trading with an Ogre and getting him low HP to have him like go back to base and then come back for 96 gold simply isn't worth it. Like you could accelerate your own game. You could get a faster level 6. You could do everything to accelerate your game to have more impact quicker. But as it stands, you're going to be delayed a little bit. And these small mistakes add up, so they're not to be discounted. So PA is just done with the lane because her build is terrible. Thank goodness. And now we're pushing the lane in. The only thing stopping us is an ogre. And imagine if we had this corrosion online.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Again, this is pressure that isn't doing anything. You could have had 6. Hold on, let's see. You could have potentially reset the wave up here. Like, you could have just... Where is it? Here, right? Instead of going on this ogre here with no creep wave, when he can't do anything to you, or punish you in any way, you could be here, you could go walk and ring around the Rosie with this creep wave until your creep wave comes in, and then you can just chill and have it set right outside your tower. You just go left and right, left and right, left and right until the creeps arrive. Bang! This wave is now guaranteed outside your tower. So what does this wave guaranteed outside your tower mean? This wave guaranteed outside your tower, when you're level 5 or level 6, which you're literally a creep off, and you have mana for ulti 4, means you're going to get a double kill. I shit you not, if you walk with the wave here and chill and make sure the waves connect and literally press your stick and you know how to micro, you get a double kill here. This PA just TP'd into a panda that's about to hit level 6. She is insane. Her build is like, there is no way in hell she can do this, right? But right now we're gonna see how you get punished for it.
Dire's bottom tower. Don't look good.
Thankfully, I think a creep is gonna die over. Oh no, that's. How the heck did your creep wave get over there? I'm very confused.
By the power of Chorus. Anytime you're
Oh, you lucky son of a. Oh. That was insanely close. Did you even pop your stick? You didn't even pop your stick, bro. I can't believe you survived that. That is... You got away by the skin of your teeth by like less than 0.1 seconds, I swear. Okay, but now let's evaluate the 2 possible outcomes. You used your 2-minute ultimate defensively to run away, or you could have used your 2-minute ultimate to kill these 2 heroes, and if this Void Spirit came to kill you, and you had like a range up and a corrosion, and like I guess Warlock wouldn't be behind you, you probably die, but you get a double kill. And like you're gonna take that, like if I'm this PA and I force a 2-minute Brewmaster ult at like 8 minutes, dude, I'm vibing. I'm getting fucking smacked in this lane. Like, this guy should be dead. So yeah, point made. I'm not gonna hang around too much.
Dire's bottom tower is getting
Setting the wave up out here and then setting up for your power spikes from the wave static tier is so important.
Dire's top tower must
Especially
be
in a lane where you
under
don't have catch and you have to run people down. It's like, because now you're like Shaman is here and wants to play with you, but I guess this PA is an idiot. But they're both idiots. I don't know why they stayed.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is about to be Radiant's top tower. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Interesting. There isn't too much more to say about that fight other than there's nothing you can do right now. I don't like your skill build, by the way. When you're playing Brewmaster in a passive scenario, and you're going for this treads build, you're typically looking to max your E and accelerate your farming. You'll go like E, Q, W, and then you'll put more points in W depending on how quickly you're partaking in fights. It kind of depends. But right now, like, you don't really... This 2-2-1 build is like the type of build you'd go with a Rubik in your lane, or an Earth Spirit, or a Tusk, right? Be like super aggressive in their face, like gap close heroes that can like set up for you. But that's not really what you're going to be doing. if you're going to be getting a kill, it's because you're farming the wave, and people think they can try and walk up and contest you. And then you beat the shit out of them. You throw down your level 1 QW combo, you beat the shit out of them more with Jungle Brawler, and you pop ult, because they're going to be half HP at that point.
Dire's
And then
middle
after you
tower
kill
looks to
them,
be
you're going to
disintegrating.
farm super, super fast, because you can clear waves pretty well with Drunken Brawler for not too much mana investment. And that's typically what you're going to go in these more passive lanes where you're not under threat. Interesting, they have a ward there at a 2.9k game. Surprising. I wonder how. Monkus.
Killing spree!
Alright, let's see how you use your first ulti. I want to go see player perspective as well. I haven't really been looking too much at it this game, but I wanted to outline more laning theory instead of looking at specific things. But I can still tell what you want to do because of your movement, so it's fine. Alright, combo him. Medallion. Man up, bro. Okay. Cool trick with Panda. Medallion the guy before you pop ulti. Then you have 3 units hitting a guy with 4 armor instead of 9. Makes quite the difference. What? I guess you don't play Brew very much. You're only bronze tier on Brew. This guy is dead. Brewmaster is one of the coolest heroes in the game, I think. He's definitely in my like top 5 offlaners. Oh, Beastmaster? Brewmaster. How many games do I have in this hero? I have like 308 games. I had a really high win rate last patch. I haven't done too well this patch. But this hero is amazing in that if it gets a free lane, it can literally 1v2. Like, here is how. Let me tab out here. I'm gonna give a visual demonstration of just how ridiculous this is. All right, we're gonna demo Brewmaster here, and I'm gonna show just how much you can do with this hero, especially with this medallion build. Maybe this medallion build is good. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Medallion actually doesn't seem that bad in some lanes. You know what? Screw it. We'll try it. We'll try it with medallion builds. I'm gonna do this play. What level was that ogre? I think ogre is like level 5 maybe. In that engagement. All right. All right, whatever. This is just gonna have to go. All right. So they're gonna go on you. I'm gonna assume you have no other items. That not done perfectly, but that's an illustration of you probably in that situation don't get the double kill, but you definitely get the ogre kill, and that's something that I want you to consider. And you had more items than this, right? You had stick, you had I don't think you had rain drop. I think rain drop would have been sick, but like if you have like you have bracer as well, right? So this isn't even like peak of what you can do. But Brewmaster is one of the sickest heroes in the game in that you can reset 2v1 fights in the early game and realistically come out on top if they can't 100-0 you. And I've now seen you use a defensive Brewmaster ulti twice. That is, you're hurting yourself an insane amount by playing that way. I guarantee you probably have 3 kills by the time your second ulti finishes. If you, and that's if you're like my level of player. Imagine if you're like a 9k player. Maybe you have 4 kills if you like played it well. But like 9k PAs and ogres wouldn't play like that. But that's just to illustrate. If you can micro this hero and do the combo, right? So the combo is you're gonna cyclone some guy into the air, the guy that you don't want to go on. You're gonna then focus the guy that you do want to go on. You're gonna pop the Earth Panda's stun. You're going to use the the Storm Panda's bonus damage attack on the third spell, and then you're just gonna keep doing that. And then as soon as one guy is dead, you turn for the other guy. And if it looks like the situation's getting kind of out of hand and out of nippy, you have a second Cyclone that you can use, right? Because you can use 2 Cyclones in the duration of a Brewmaster ulti. So if things get nippy, hey, no worries, man. I'm gonna just Cyclone the other guy. Turns out I can't kill him. I'm gonna go walk away. Obviously, this requires some like decent micro. I couldn't micro Brewmaster like this when I was 2.9k. I could do like how long did it take me? It took me to like 3.8k maybe to like do decent Panda micro. But like now is as good as time as any to start. Now you know the combo. Why not practice it in a demo lobby, right? Once you can do it, you can start turning those situations and using the hero to your advantage. Because if you're not gonna do those like these ultimate combos with like the setup from the rest of your spells, and then going while you're like really low HP and then returning the fight, there isn't much point to be playing Brewmaster. It's so insanely strong just how much this hero like if you can do this correctly. So we're gonna go back into the game. I won't flame anything else on the ultimate side of things for the rest of the game.
Are you ready? Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Doom is on the wind.
So yep, okay. We've already talked about the ulti. Nothing crazy here.
Dire's top tower has fallen. It may yet stand.
Invisibility.
Dire's top tower
Damn,
is
the sun's
under
good.
attack. Dire's middle tower is learning. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Let's alright, we got your third
Dire's middle tower.
Oh, come in. We're gonna just think about macro stuff for the rest of the game. Not gonna worry too much about ulti usage. It just is what it is. Let's just see if you use it at the correct time rather than at the correct effectiveness. So you're going for this max Cinder build. I guess you want to play aggressively, but I think it's not doing a whole lot. I think your team has more than enough damage, honestly. Maybe not for this kill, but I think if you were more confident at using your ultimate, you wouldn't need to go for this build to get kills. And you could go for a heavier farming build. Because look, right, you took part in like one big team fight and you're now completely out of mana. Instead of maybe having the freedom to like shove this wave out, go farm this camp, go farm this camp, go farm this camp. I don't know how much gold that's gonna be. It's like 200 plus gold, but like you could actually be accelerating your game at a ridiculously fast rate. You could have farmed this entire region of the map. You would have had Solar Crest. You would go back to base. You'd reset, and next fight you'd have Solar Crest. If we're considering potential, that just dies. All right, good job. They go on you. We're using the ulti reset. Looks like you're playing aggressively here. Fun fact: the Storm Panda hasn't. Okay, so you do dispel magic in, which is sick. Okay, cool. So at least you know. So yeah, it looks like you already knew what the dispel mechanic does. That's sick. It's just a matter of doing it a little bit quicker. Maybe you get that kill. Thankfully, your PL is, looks like he's pretty farmed. Oh, he's actually not farmed. I probably won't go much more here. I only really like looking at the mid and early game replays. I think late game there's very little to go through. Let's see if there's any specific questions that were asked in the replay request. So you've opted to go for the Solar Crest build. It's not horrible this game, but I would like you to consider what the main way that you're going to die in this game is. Okay, you've got armor, great, but what's gonna kill you, right? We've talked about Brewmaster having this amazing reset potential. and you can only reset if you don't die. So let's evaluate. Void Spirit has hybrid damage, but predominantly magical damage. Ogre Magi, predominantly magical damage. Centaur Warrunner, predominantly magical damage. Lena, predominantly magical damage until she gets to the late game and she just hits like a truck. Phantom Assassin, all physical damage. Yes. So, what could be the one item that allows you to do this like reset which is basically what your team wants you to do, right? Your job in this game is to simply be at the front, get gone on, not die, press Alt. Is pretty much how it goes. So you're looking at items like Hood. In this game, I would probably have gone Corrosion, Magic Wand, Phaser Treads, depending on how aggressive I feel like I'm playing in the lane or how much I want to farm. Just gut feeling thing. Either are fine. Then you get your Hood. Then I'm probably going to be looking at like either a Blink Dagger or a BKB. Depends how good this Void Spirit's game is. Looks like he's having a really good game. Or even a Lotus, right? I'm going to be looking at those like those dispels. I'm going to be looking at are there any other items in the game that you could dispel with? Not really. Though it's just important, right? That your biggest threat right now is this Orchid and like getting chain stunned. So realistically, BKB is probably going to be the best bet for you here. And then after BKB, I'd look to go into an Aghanim's. But right now with your build, you haven't done this. Oh, and I'd probably have a casual, like I'd have casual range ups. Probably like I'd buy like 2 casual range ups this game because it's such a good range up game. Like if they don't burst you, like range up gives you an extra like 220. What was it? 120 HP effectively. Like in one team fight, which is sick. That's like 6 strength extra. That's like a gauntlet. So, or it's not a gauntlet, a bracer. So, yeah, right. You're going for this Aghanims now, but there's no point in having an Aghanims if you're just gonna die, because you can't press your buttons and kill people if you're dead, right? So, we're in this position now where even if you do get this Aghanims, you probably just chain feed. And I'm going to take that prediction and I'm going to see what happens with it. So we see the Void Spirit. I kind of want to go to your team's perspective. We're also gonna talk about how you play the map. Realistically, you don't need to be down here. Your PL is a hero that likes to play in the triangle. It's okay. Where you play the map depends on what you want to do. You've already taken this bottom tower. Cool. Your PL is pretty hard for them to kill. Centaur has Blink, I understand, but like, he has a Warlock behind him, he has Doppel, he doesn't have Manta yet, but like, I feel like he can kind of play in this area until they, like, he has a Warlock behind him with like Golem as well, right? So, this guy is kind of just chilling. He can just free farm this area unless they bring like 3-4 heroes here, and I don't think he dies. If he has Warlock behind him. So you could be taking all of this farm up top lane, you could be shoving the wave out to like here, obviously, like you have vision that allows you to push that far up. Because realistically, you're not going to be hitting these ancient creeps, and ancients are like the most important thing in the game to consider when you are talking about farming efficiently. So if I have a carry that wants to hit ancients, you'll typically give them this area after like 10 minutes or after you take the tower. And if you don't have a carry that farms ancients, then you're probably going to be playing in this bottom side of the map until they can farm ancients. Or until maybe your mid can farm the ancients, right? And then eventually your natural move is going to be towards top lane, you'll shove a wave, you'll force a TP, then you'll go make a play with your team on the opposite side of the map or for mid. And that's typically what it's going to look like, right? The natural home for offlaners after they've taken the tier 1 tower is usually to just sit in this top portion of the map, assuming they have a carry that hits these ancient creeps. But right now, this is kind of like griefing. I think you're taking PL's farm. This is the worst. Like there's a ton of creeps up here that I would love to just like see you TP for. Now Storm is being forced to TP for it, which I think is incorrect. I think you could have taken all this farm, then Storm isn't forced to commit TP. Because Storm with TP is super important.
Dire's top tower is under attack. It fights for its life.
Because now you're forcing your team to a more dangerous part of the map, right? Do they just forfeit each other? Right, because
Time and place
so also
come
the secondary
and
point to
go.
why offlaners tend to play in the safe lane is because the safe lane is the more dangerous part of the map. And the triangle is a lot easier to fortify this offlane section. So you again, right? We're talking about what's your job in the game, and your job in the game is to get gone on, not die, and then kill the guy that tried to go on you. If this was if this was you getting gone on here, Void Spirit would use like, I don't know, half his mana to kill someone, and then Storm Spirit would come over and kill him because he doesn't have Yules, right? He would have used all his spells. He would have no way to get away. He would kill a Brewmaster, and then your Storm Spirit would just come in for the free money. And and maybe you don't even die, right? Maybe this guy doesn't have enough damage. Depends on how aggressively you're playing up. But because you stayed in this bottom part of the map earlier and forced your Storm to TP top, your Storm died. So I want you to understand that if something bad happens from this point onwards because of a Void Spirit getting a faster item timing or your Storm not being alive, this is on you. Again, we're not building magic resistance. Not having like minimum a casual cloak in this game is like, I'm pretty sure is just straight creeping.
Good for my
At least it would be in my game. Or my type of games. I don't know, it was a hero chase. All right, again, you're trying to shove out this mid wave, I think, but you don't have the. We'll see if you just die. I've got a horrible feeling you kind of just die in a fight, but we'll see how it goes. All right, there we go. Realistically, you probably die there anyways, even if you had Hood, because you're out of position. But... So there isn't too much to say about that, other than if there are 4 heroes on the enemy map, or if there are 4 heroes here that you know are alive, you should respect the fact that there are 4 heroes alive over there that can kill you. Nice, Void Spirit starting the game. Let's see what you do when you respawn. Bot lane's already shoving out. Got ulti in 16. I'd like to see you move to the areas of the map that your team don't want to play, as is an offlaner's job. So I'd like to see you sitting in this top section of the map, which is just the natural move that a lot of teams make. Obviously, Void Spirit's dead, so you're kind of just free to do whatever the hell you want right now. But when Void Spirit's up, I'd like you to stay in this like mid and top region as much as possible. Even like moving between these 2 staircases, farming is like probably okay. This is an interesting decision. I think. I was gonna say this. Oh. All right, nice. Don't understand how that happened, but we take this. Nice. I think I would like to definitely see a Cyclone usage though. Your team fights would be so much easier if there's anything I want you to learn from this, it is learn how to use the Cyclone consistently on the Storm Panda. It'll make your team fight so much easier. You effectively just make every single team fight you play a 4v5. It is so important. But that's enough of that. You somehow get away. I'm baffled. Why didn't PA just kill you? She's farming creeps. You're joking me. She's farming creeps instead of killing you. What? She has a double damage and she's farming creeps. I am baffled. I'm actually baffled. Okay, whatever. You're alive, I guess.
No gale can stop the flames.
I'm 90%. I don't know how. Okay, you know what? I guess this is just because I haven't watched games in this bracket for a while, so I'm getting really confused. I don't really want to go into the late game, because there's like no point talking about the late game if the fundamentals in the early game haven't been met. We'll see if there's any big. I think you talk about team fight priority as well. So we're gonna go through a visual exercise instead of looking at the actual game. Or thought experiment. So we understand that our point is to get gone on, not die, and have our team either reset for us with Warlock Ultimate, or like a Storm Initiation, or we reset ourselves. So what is your play in the fights? No one in your once this PA has BKB, this game is kind of hard. Even then, they have like a lot of chain stuns that can kind of protect her. But when she only has, where is it? Okay, so up until 24 minutes, she only has Battle Fury Ags, so she's not very strong, right? She's gone for this really stupid build. She does like literally no damage, so she actually isn't an issue. If she'd gone for like Battle Fury Deso, you may be forced to like lift the PA and then kill her team, and then kill the PA after the Cyclone duration has expired. But in a situation like this, you don't give a damn about the PA. Actually, no. We're gonna do this for Jet. Assuming PA had gone correct items, we're not even gonna look at itemization, right? Assuming heroes are going correct items for the game, that is how we should play for the time being. So, okay, who is our most important Cyclone target? Who do we not want to waste time on? Well, if PA has Deso, we probably want to Cyclone the PA and kill our team. Kill like this Void Spirit because he doesn't have defensive items. Most Void Spirits are quite greedy. If he does have defensive items like a BKB, obviously we don't go on him. We definitely don't want to go on this Centaur because he will have defensive items and a Blink and Stampede. Actually, realistically, we probably Cyclone Centaur this game. If you Cyclone Centaur, you kill his team because he can't press ulti. Yeah, that's the correct play actually. Maybe your support died to PA, but so be it. That's just gonna be what happens. So you're gonna Cyclone the Centaur at the start of a fight. Then you're going to go onto the supports, preferably the Lina. Like a Cyclone Centaur, instantly go on Lina in an ideal world. Then you're gonna kill the Lina, go onto the Ogre. By that point, your Cyclone's probably off cooldown again. You're gonna Cyclone probably PA, and then you're gonna go back for Void Spirit. And if Void Spirit disengages with all of his mobility spells, then you're gonna drop the PA from Cyclone with your AoE Dispel, and then you're going to kill the PA. All this in an ideal world, right? Assuming you get the reset with your ults, assuming your team isn't just dying on the backlines to a PA. But in an ideal world, Cyclone Centaur, kill Lina, kill Ogre, Cyclone, PA, kill Void Spirit, kill PA. And so yeah. Okay.